What up, my peoples? It's your boy Hack coming through with another video. Check it out. What up? How's everybody doing? This video, I want to talk about this kid in Brooklyn that just got killed. His name is Jeremiah Dickie. Jeremiah Dickie, he's a young cat. He was like 19 years old, 18, 19 years old. My nephew's age, you know. He's a little bit older than my nephew, you know what I mean? He was like walking, or I think in the car. He was playing some music, and he was playing this a song called 30 from a rapper called Bizzy Banks, I believe. Bizzy Banks. This happened in Brooklyn. I believe it was East Flatbush. East New York, East Flatbush. You know what I'm saying? That's where my fam is from. They from Flatbush. Shout out to everybody from Flatbush. So he was just walking, I think, or he was in a car or something. I'm not really sure. I saw the video though. I saw the video this morning, and the kid was young, and he was just bopping to some music. He was just, you know what I'm saying, bopping to some music, rapping along with it. What's really eerie of the situation is that, all right, so he's hearing the tunes, and he looking around like he feels something, about to happen, like you know what I mean, like he feels something about to happen. He feel the vibes, you know the vibes, you know what I mean. And then plow, he gets clapped right then and there. He gets clapped, and it's eerie. It's kind of crazy. I mean, you could call it a coincidence, but when he drops and he like turns over, the song keeps playing, and what the song kept playing, what this artist kept saying was, headshots can cause shots to your head can cause damage. Headshots can cause damage. Some shit like that. Shots to your head could cause damage. Shots to your head could cause damage. It said it twice. That's some eerie shit. You know what I mean? I saw a video on Hassan saying that, you know, a lot of artists and rappers speak their what they say into reality, like it manifests into reality, and I do believe in that. That is the truth, you know what I mean? You could manifest a lot of shit into reality. I've seen it happen before. It's actually happened to me, you know what I mean? But this kid, he looked like he was involved in some shit before he did that. It looked to me like, when I saw the video, if y'all get a chance to see the video, it looked like he did some shit before, like he looked nervous. He, you know what I'm saying? He was looking all around him. He looked like he just robbed somebody, or he did some shit. Like he was in an area he wasn't supposed to be. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking he was probably involved in the gang life, and he was probably on a block he shouldn't have been on, or in a hood he shouldn't have been on. You know what I mean? maybe a rival gangster. You know what I mean? Cause that killing was straight up some Chicago style on live Facebook Live. That's some shit like you only be seeing in Chicago happening. You know what I mean? Mostly in Chicago. You know what I mean? Like this shit happened right here in Brooklyn the other day, and it's sad, man. I mean, but the coincidence about this shit was the song he was listening to. It's almost like as if it almost seems like it was not real, like it was planned, like it was planned just to get just to go viral. You know what I mean? Like him, like he planned it himself with other people. He planned it, you know. He probably, I'm not saying this is true, but it almost seems like he wanted to die and go viral. He wanted his death to go viral. So he like went on Facebook Live, and then like at the same time that rapper was spitting what he was spitting, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like they planned it, but it was probably just a big coincidence, man. But what Hassan was saying in his video is true, man. You could speak a lot of these things into reality, you know what I'm saying? The Bible says the tongue is sharp, and you can speak things into reality. You know, the tongue is like a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? Double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we need to watch what we say. I mean, I say a lot of crazy shit on tracks. Well, I used to say more crazy shit in the past than I do now, but you know what I mean? But yeah, I believe in that. But I think the kid was involved in some shit, some gangster lifestyles, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You live by the gun, you die by the gun. I don't believe he was innocent. I don't know, you know what I mean? Everybody's saying he was innocent, blah blah, this and that. Like they said about that, like Junior, what happened in the Bronx. Now that kid looked innocent too, but they said like he was involved in his own things too. Like, hey, I don't know nothing about these kids. I'm just saying what I heard. You know what I mean? Like, these kids be on the street too. You know what I mean? And you know, but it is what it is, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, a lot of the young kids, what y'all need to do is get into some positive shit, man. You know what I mean? Get a job if you have to. Get a hobby. Rapping is good for you, man. If you in the studio rapping, that could be. I mean, I don't recommend rapping to everybody, but it'll help you stay off the streets. Like, this kid could have been in the studio recording something instead of where he was at that night. You know what I mean? Church. Could be at church at night. You could be with a female. Either way, if somebody got beef with you, they gonna get you eventually. If it's real beef, if it's that serious, they gonna get you. Especially if it's gang related or drug related. You know what I mean? Word up. Nowadays, it could even be music related. You know what I mean? A lot of people getting killed over this music shit. Just, just over shit that goes on in the music. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, man. Just if you just say something about somebody in a song, or you know what I mean, that's just the way it is. Like I heard about this kid named Shooter Shells. If you ever get a chance, go check out the story on Shooter Shells. This cat from Chicago. He was rapping. He made a song about, I believe, G Herbo and his team. Shooter Shells made a track about him, and it blew up. It started to blow up. A few days later, bop, 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 shots to the face. And yo, this shit is gory. Like, you could see him laying on the floor with like holes all over his head and his face. This shit is crazy. You know what I mean? It's not worth it, man. This shit is not worth it. You never know. This kid Jeremiah probably had a song about the people that killed him, and that's what happened. You never know, man. And the kid was 19. I don't believe a mom could keep a kid home at that age. You know what I mean? At 19, you're practically starting to be a grown man. You know, I know when I was 19, ain't nobody could tell me what to do. I was out when I wanted. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was in and out of jail. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing, crazy shit. I was just out. Nobody could tell me nothing. So I don't believe your parents can really control you at that age. You know what I mean? You can't lock your kid down at that age. They're gonna sneak out or whatever. Some kids don't even have parents at that age. You know what I mean? Like, their parents don't even care about them. But for those that do, still gonna have a hard time controlling those kids that just wanna be out, living a savage life. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good kids out there that like to study and do the right thing, and you know what I mean? But the majority don't. You dig what I'm saying? The majority don't. And I believe the way I'm gonna raise my kids is in the church, and in a good environment, a better neighborhood. I'm not gonna raise them in Queens. I'm not gonna raise them in Brooklyn. I'm not gonna raise them in the Bronx. I'm not gonna raise them in Staten Island. Well, maybe a nice place in Staten Island. Maybe a nice place in New Jersey. I'm not gonna raise them in Harlem. Now, no disrespect to any of these hoods. I'm from Queens, from Brooklyn. I'm not gonna raise them. I will raise them in some spots in Long Island. There's good spots in Long Island, but there's also a lot of bad spots. You know what I mean? You gotta watch out when you raise your kids, and you gotta raise them up in the church. You gotta help them start believing in God since an early age. You gotta put a Bible in their hand. You gotta take them to classes, get them involved in spirituality at a young age. Bring them around positive kids, just like them. Positive parents. My whole thing is I'm gonna go all out for my kids so he could grow up to be righteous. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way to do it. I'm not gonna let my kid just go out there and lose his life while he's doing some grimy ish on the street. I want him to know the Lord. I want him to know there's a heaven and hell. yes, I want them to know these things. That way, if something like that happens, because it could happen to any of us, God forbid, his soul will go to the right place because he believes. I don't know about this kid Jeremiah, if he believed in the Lord. I don't know, but he was 19 at that age, you know. Now, hopefully he had a relationship with God. Hopefully somebody introduced him or helped him. But rest in peace to him, and my condolences go to his family. And I don't blame it on the hip-hop artists. The artists are just doing their job. They speaking their reality. They speaking what they know, what they seen, and what they feel. I'm not going to blame it on hip-hop. I'm not going to blame it. It's freedom of speech. You can say what you want. You know what I mean? I mean, you're not going to change that, ever. You know what I mean? We're not going to ever change our freedom of speech. They can't take that away from us. That's like taking away, they already taking us, our freedom. They throwing all us in jail and this and that. And you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I mean, this is all we got. All we got is our freedom of speech. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't take that away from us. We have the freedom to speak what we want. Now, if that kid wanted to listen to that was his choice. He was living that life. That's the music he was listening to. That's what he's into. We can't blame that on the artist. You know what I mean? The artist probably involved in that shit too, and he's just speaking on it. You know what I mean? But the artist is safer because he's doing something positive. He's in the studio speaking about it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He's in the studio speaking about it, so he's in a safe place. But even artists get caught out there. I mean, look what happened to ABG. Look what happened to Bobby Shmurda with the cops. Look what happened to just a lot of people. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? This shit is crazy, man. People get caught out there, you know. 50 Cent, Lil Reese, shit goes on and on, man. It can happen to anybody, whether you're an artist or not. You know what I mean? It really all depends on where you're at. He was at the wrong place at the wrong time, period. You know what I mean? It wasn't even 7 p.m. Holy shit. Brooklyn is wilding out, man. Yo, shit, B. Heard up. Damn, man. Yo, but anyway, man, that's my video for today, man. Let me know your thoughts about this, man. How can we help change the minds of our nephews, of our kids, of our cousins, little cousins? You know, I got a little cousin that's wilding out too. He's always in and out of jail. He's in rehab. You know what I mean? He's always getting into fights, doing drugs. I mean, the shit is fucking, you know, I mean, I'm worried about my nephews. They still young. I don't want them to grow up like that. I'm worried about when I start having kids. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep my kids in church, man. That's my only way of helping them out, and I'm going to keep them out of the hood, man. I'm keeping them away from that, you know what I'm saying? That's straight up. But, the shit is serious, man. Word up, man. Let me know what y'all think about this situation, because this is a serious situation, man. Serious situation, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody watching. Like, subscribe if you want. Comment. Let me know your thoughts, man. And what we could do to help our kids, to help our nephews and nieces and cousins and our families and our friends, our youth, to stop killing each other, and you know what I mean. Music is music, man. You know what I mean. Music is music. You can't blame the artist for some shit like that. Eminem was always talking about killing people, stabbing this person, blah 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 blah. But you never saw people killing people just because Eminem said it. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You know, how we gonna blame Bizzy Banks? We can't blame the artist, man. Bullshit. We can't blame Uncle Murder. We can't blame Casanova. You know what I mean? We can't blame any of these artists, you know what I'm saying, for what they say. They just keeping it real. They talking about what they seen in their hood, what they been through, man. If anything, they're helping us out, trying to tell us stay away from this shit. This is what happens, you know what I mean? This shit is real, you know what I mean? But anyway, man, shout out to everybody. Go check out that go check out my page. Like, subscribe if you want, if you're feeling it. Leave a comment, man. Let me know your thoughts in this situation, because it's deep and it's serious. You know what I mean? I know people like to roast me a lot, but I'm speaking about a serious situation here, man. You know what I'm saying? Facts. All right, my peoples. Peace.